All right, cool. I'm here with
Donald Benamna.
Donald Benamna. From where? From what country?
Central African Republic.
Okay, bro. Bro, I'm here today, bro. Thank you for the good session, for the good work you gave us.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask you a couple questions about your journey in football, about, how you got to where you are, the different things that you've seen, bro.
Yeah.
So first thing I want to ask you is, how did everything start for you with football? Where did your love for football start?
Football, I came from a family where everybody played football.
Okay.
My father used to play back home professionally, and I think I got it from my father.
Okay.
I saw that back home.
Yeah.
I think when I was 4.
When you're 4?
Yeah. 4 years old. I just kept playing soccer there. I came to America, played college. Obviously through middle school, high school, and then college.
Yeah.
Now professional level. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any favorite player, any player you looked up to when you were growing up?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that they're my idols, but there are a couple players that I like to watch them. Honestly, I've always liked Luis Nani. Used to play for
of course, good
Manchester
player.
United.
Good player.
Really liked his technique, his ability of crossing and taking on players. So I think that's somebody that I used to watch a lot.
Yeah.
Learn my game from.
Yeah, Nani's good.
Yeah.
Nani's good. So you say Nani's your favorite then?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
You can say that, yeah.
Nani's a good one. So for you in football, what's been your proudest moment so far?
I believe playing for my national team.
For a national team?
Because it's a privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege. It's an opportunity that not everybody gets.
Right.
As for me, I praise God because God opened the opportunity for me.
Always.
To play for my national team.
Yeah.
I can never say no to my nation. That's where I was born. I grew up, and I know the history of the country. So it's a privilege.
How was the experience like playing in the stadiums, playing against?
Man, I gotta tell you, when I played against Morocco, that was
crazy,
the biggest game of my life.
Yeah.
Again, in the US, you get 5,000 or maybe less, but when you play against like good team, in a crowd of 20 and more, 30K, people, you can only imagine.
It was crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it brings more pressure, but
you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. So, yeah.
Well, how was the experience like when you're out there on the field? Did you feel nervous? You feel like you're able to play normal? How did you feel?
Honestly, my very first game, I guess, Morocco. Definitely, man. I think everybody gets their moment of nervous.
Yeah.
As for me, like the very first minutes, I'm always nervous. But after my first touch, I'm settled and I get into the game. So for me, the first 5 minutes into the game, I was very nervous.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the guy playing against, what's his name, Hakimi, all those top players.
Yeah.
But after a few minutes, I got to myself. I said, let me enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So definitely nervous will always be there,
Yeah.
So,
but how was it looking at those guys? What did you see in terms of the difference? Did you see them as they had really good technique, or what did you notice about them when you play against them?
No, man. These guys, they play top level.
Yeah.
Football nowadays, you don't play with your feet. You play with your mind. These guys were very smart.
Yeah.
And as for me on the field, I was learning a lot from them.
Yeah.
I was learning about the decision making, when to play, when to dribble, and when to make plays for the teammates.
Yep.
So as for me, it was more about intelligent. To play with your mind, not your feet.
Yeah.
So as for me, like I said, experience, just learning from them. With their minds.
Yeah, those are good players to learn from.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a couple more questions about your journey in football. What's some of the most difficult moments, difficult obstacles you overcame in your journey so far?
Man, my life has been, like in football wise, I praise God for everything.
Yeah.
Because every day now, this day, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like football, you can say it's politics too, bro.
It's true.
It's about, if you know a coach, if a coach likes you, you're gonna get your playing time.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then you struggle.
Yeah.
And most importantly, if you have God with you, everything will just be okay.
Yeah.
And as for me, I always have to put God first. No matter what it is, no matter whether I'm playing or not, I need strength to keep going.
Yep.
Because again, if you're not playing as a player, mentally you're down.
Difficult.
And if you're down, you lose everything, confidence, hope, and everything. As for me, my God was with me. Has always been with me.
Yeah.
So for me, on the field, it's not about me, it's about my teammates.
Right.
But it's about my teammates. It's always about my teammates. It's about the team first, So I have to do what is best in my power to help my teams and to please my God.
Yeah.
So I definitely say playing time is very important, man.
Yeah,
playing time as a player. Because the more you play, better you get.
Of course.
Better you get. If you're not playing, then you just keep going back. It's a lot of setback, a lot of limitations.
Yep.
But the thing is, the question is, how can you overcome these moments?
Yep.
Right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you going to give up? Are you going to keep going?
Yep.
As for me, just like I said, God has always been my strength. God has always been my strength.
Yeah.
That's why I keep going.
Yeah.
I don't look at what's going on around me. I don't listen to what people are saying about me.
Yeah.
I just keep positive.
Yeah.
I just keep positive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man, that's good. And if you could talk a little bit more about the mentality that you needed to succeed in those moments, you know?
Yeah.
I know you talk about God a lot, but just the mental frame that you have to be in those difficult
Yeah.
moments, you know?
yeah, man, it's tough. It is tough. Like in football, it is tough.
Yeah.
Nothing comes easy, bro. Nothing comes easy. Like mentally, you gotta be prepared in everything.
Yeah.
Like what you do on the field matters. What you do outside field, it matters also. But most importantly, is about how you train yourself.
Yep.
Like mentally, physically. If you're taking yourself outside the field, right? If you listen to advice, like me, I'm a player that likes advice. I like my coach's instructions.
Yeah.
If my coaches give me the instructions, I gotta apply it to my game and I play for the team. Right? If I'm not being instructed by my coaches, then I'm lost.
Yeah.
If you're lost, then mentally again, everything comes down to mental.
Yeah.
Everything comes down to mental. So we need advice. And for me, advice is very important.
Yeah.
Advice is very important. And mentally, you gotta be strong.
Yeah.
If mentally you're not strong enough, then you cannot do anything.
Finish.
You
Yep.
can't.
Yep.
Because again, now the coaches will get on you, man. They will call you names. They will cuss at you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, mentally, if you're not strong enough, bro,
Yeah.
you will just give up.
Of
You
course.
will just give up.
Yeah.
You will just give up. You
Yeah.
will fall and just stay down.
Yeah.
But it's not about how many times you fall. I'm sure you heard this term, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's about how many times can you get up and keep going.
Yeah.
Right. Because even your own teammate will call you names, will get up on you. Again, come down to mentally strong. How are you gonna react to what they say again,
Yeah.
about you? Not only your teammates, not only your coaches, but the fans, those people that you play for. Right? If one game you don't play well and they get on you, what are you going to do for the next game? How do you overcome this challenge? Because it's also a challenge, man.
Yeah.
It's a challenge you have your own fans, booing you, saying things against you.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to mental, man. The mental, stage. Like you're mentally stiff enough, mentally strong enough, and prepared, bro. You cannot go anywhere in football.
Yeah.
You cannot go anywhere in football.
Yeah.
And you have to train yourself mentally also. You have to train yourself. How do you do that? Like your personal work. What you do outside the field. What you do at home. How do you take care of yourself, right? Are you learning from your own games? Are you going back to watching your mistakes?
Yeah.
Right? Are you going back to try to review everything that was said by your coach or your teammates? Right? Like the thing is, you gotta keep motivated. You have to find a way to motivate yourself. Because if you're self-motivated, then everything that anybody can say, you just take it in. Take it in, apply to yourself and say, okay, he said this, he said that. All right, how do I put that to practice? Right? How do I help myself to get mentally strong so that I can deal with what my coaches are saying or my teammates are saying or the fans are saying,
Yeah.
So again, it comes down to this question. Mentally, we have to prepare ourselves, and once we are mentally self-prepared, then we can deal with anybody else.
Yep.
We can deal with anybody else. Fans, teammates, coaches, bosses, whatever it is. It's a challenge, bro.
Yep.
Because in football, if you're a striker, you're a defender, midfielders, if you're not scoring, if you're not scoring, your team can't win.
Yeah.
The team can't win if you're not scoring,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But again, if your team don't win, then everything will come
Yep.
on you because you are the one supposed to score. But your coaches will come at you, right? And if your coaches are talking, you can only imagine. But if your coaches are talking to you, meaning they come at you, say, okay, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, right? They get into your mind.
Yeah.
The thing is, how do you get out of it? How do you get out of it? So for me, you gotta be self-prepared. If you're self-prepared well enough, bro, you can deal with anybody, with anything.
Yeah, bro.
That's my.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say for me.
Definitely, it's all in the mind for sure, bro.
Yeah.
And then the last question is for the young players who are trying to make it, to the next level.
Yeah.
Or even if you could talk to yourself when you were younger.
Yeah.
What's some quick advice that you would give them to help them on their journey?
Yeah. I think if you're young, you wanna play football. Advice that I can give them is, many things they can do, many things, but to always start low.
Start young, yeah?
Start young, I think what you do at home is very important, the basics.
Yep.
As for me, I mentioned my dad earlier, I learned how to play football through my dad. My dad taught me, my brothers helped me. I used to play with big people that are older than me, right? And now I'm playing professionally.
Yeah.
But my advice to young players is to get coached by somebody that has experience.
Yeah.
If you're being coached by somebody that has experience and listen to the advice, right? Follow the lead, then the sky is the limit, right? Because again, they're young.
Yeah.
They're young. They have to be trained. They have to be prepared, right? And not only that, playing for a club team, a youth team, will also help them to develop their skill.
Yep.
Right? Everything has to be at a youth age.
Yep.
Right? If you're young, you gotta go through that regular basic development. That's not only that's how I can make it. I can say anything. I can say a lot of things.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not about many words that come out of our mouth. It's about the work.
Of course.
You gotta start a very,
you have to do the work.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, but
absolutely, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Respect. Thank you for everything, bro. Thank you for the session,
no
bro.
problem.
Respect.